Hello, my lovelies. Hello, my soul tribe, my family, my soul fam. Namaste. Welcome. Grand rising. I hope y'all are doing wonderful, and are having a wonderful, fantabulous day. And if you're not, it is my intention that you will be by the end of this video. This one is actually just going to be a quick little vlog. I haven't done that in probably like a year or so. I just realized. So, little vlog. What have I been up to? What have you been up to, you guys? I haven't been posting as much as I used to because I've been really busy, not just working. I'm finally enjoying life. Over the summer, I decided to do something risky. I decided to invest in myself. I was working a lot and working also on lots of creative projects, and I just kind of felt so burnt out, and I needed something. I felt like my soul was needing something. My inner child was needing something to be inspired and to be like refreshed and renewed to get me to the next level. And my soul was right. You know, your higher self, your soul, your higher self always knows. Your intuition is always your best bet, because it's all about frequency when it comes down to it. The bottom line, everything is energy and everything is frequency, and emotions are energy and frequency. So if I had stayed stuck at that level I was at, where I was just like working hard all the time, grumpy, tired, worn out, uninspired, that's setting a certain frequency. It's a certain level that and no matter how hard I try, I can't get past that level unless I change my frequency, change my emotion. And how do you do that? You do that through movement, and there's actually so many different ways to transmute energy and raise your vibration. But for me, what I did is I went to Burning Man. It was my first time ever going to a music festival, like more than one day. And I had never been camping as an adult before. I went once as a kid when I was like 10 for a couple days, but that doesn't really count. So I'd never camped before and never been to a music festival, but I felt something about it. The way it's not just music, it was art. Like the art in the desert was just so cool. Just walking around the desert, and it's like this totally different environment. You feel like you're on Mars or something. And then you see the mountains, and you see like the beautiful sun, like the sunrise and the sunset. It was so beautiful in the mountains and everything around it. Oh, for those of you who don't know, Burning Man is a week-long art and music festival events thing, camping thing that is held every summer in Nevada. It's in Black Rock City. It's like this desert that used to be a lake. It used to be this huge lake, and when the lake dried up, it became this desert. So yeah, that's where the week-long festival is held. And I use the word festival lightly because it's so much more than that. It's a temporary city that's put together by all the people that are participating. All the people that are participating are the people who are going. It's not like you go to a festival and you pay the money to see these bands play or certain music groups or DJs. You're there to see other people just like you, and you can do your own art and you can do your own music and everything. During that time, two of my friends that I was with, they DJ'd at different places, and that must have been like an amazing feeling for them to do that in front of all these people and have their music heard and appreciated. Like for me, it was such a huge turning point for so many reasons. You know what? I guess this is a vlog, so I guess I'll get into the deeper stuff. It was a turning point for me because, yes, it reinvigorated my soul. Being around all that art and inspiration and everything really reinvigorated, re-energized me. I got to let like every side of myself out. So like, you know how in this 3D matrix world that we're in, we tend to kind of force ourselves into little boxes, or like you only let one side of you out around these certain people, or at work you let this side of you out, or at church you let this side of you out, or, you know, there's your spiritual side, there's your sensual side, there's your intellectual side, your artsy side, your masculine side, your feminine side. Like, we all have so many, we are multifaceted beings, but yet we don't always get to express all of those parts of ourselves. And at Burning Man, there's like 10 guiding principles that you're supposed to follow. One of them is radical self-expression. So that was really therapeutic for me, to like be able to express every single side of myself and know that no one's judging me. Or, I mean, even if people are judging, like, that's not the spirit of it. And actually most people were very accepting. Like, yeah, I could just be creative and be dressed however I wanted to dress and act however I wanted to act, let whatever side of me out. Just be honest, be authentic, be real. Unmasking is so important. And it was therapeutic because it was an attempt to unmask, be fully me all the time, fully authentic all the time, no matter who's around. No matter who's around is a hard part, because I have issues with trust. Trusting people is so hard for me, especially being around men. And I have trouble like letting go of control because of the issues, like with trust. I guess I'll just be transparent since this is a vlog, and I always want to be transparent anyway. So I've been sexually assaulted many times over my life. Started as a kid and multiple times as an adult in different situations, especially when I was homeless. People assume that homeless women, like, you give them a place to stay and they expect you to sleep with them, or they pressure you. Or if they give you a ride, people would give me a ride to work and they expected me to sleep with them. Just like, so now it led to me kind of closing off and not letting all of myself out all the time, not being fully me all the time, because I'm always wondering what other people's intentions are, what they're going to do if I let my guard down. Are they going to attack me? Are they going to pressure me? What kind of situation am I going to get into? So it never lets me fully relax. And God was so good to me. He brought some people into my life that at the time they were kind of total strangers. I only knew them, most of them, for about a month or two before we went. But it was totally trustworthy people. And especially the guys in the group. I remember one time specifically, after Burning Man was over, all of us went to, there was about 20 of us. Oh, I forgot to mention, it was a fire conclave. So I got to go as part of a fire conclave. I was a safety, and the people I was safetying for were fire performers. And they got to dance in front of the man before it burned down. It was so cool. Amazing experience. But yeah, so after the whole ordeal in the desert, we took a few days as a group to decompress at an Airbnb in Lake Tahoe, California. And that was so freaking beautiful, y'all. Like, when I tell you, you can manifest the life of your dreams, you really can. I had been wanting in my heart for like many years to go on a trip, to go on like a road trip with friends and just have adventures, go hiking, spend time at the beach, explore, just be silly, have fun. And that's exactly what I got. And it was so cool. Everybody was so trustworthy and like amazing. So, oh yeah, back to my original point. This, at one point I was in a car full of guys. It was like me in the middle, and it was like an SUV. So there was like 8 different men sitting all around me, and I was the only female in the car, and I felt safe. I felt safe. Like, I know that sounds like a simple thing, and it should be something every single day that you feel safe. But as a woman, it's not always like that. Most of the time, women don't get to feel safe because people are always objectifying them or wanting something for them or trying to manipulate them or whatever. So for the first time in my, at the time, 42 years, I felt safe around a group of men. And it was like the coolest feeling. I felt like these were my brothers. They're going to protect me. And yeah, we did. Later that day, we took some shrooms and hiked a mountain and went to the beach and stuff. And like, yeah, I could just relax and be myself. And it felt so good. Where was I going with this? Oh, another reason why that was so transformative for me was because I was trying to rewire my brain. I had a traumatic incident happen. Oh, fuck it. I'm not going to be PC. I was raped by 2 people for 5 hours straight on August 31st, 2018. And that really fucked with my head. It fucked with my body, my brain, everything. Fucked my life up so much. And it's been a hard road to get back to having any sort of semblance of mental health after that. And then on top of that, after it happened, my family forced me into rehab because they thought I had like an alcohol addiction or whatever, when really I was just trying to cope with the pain of the traumatic things that happened to me. So yeah, I had multiple things. So every year around at the end of August, I would start having really bad flashbacks and nightmares and stuff. And this year I did not want that to happen. I was so scared of the PTSD flashbacks that I was like, I have to make a change. I cannot have another year of living through this nightmare again and again and again. So I made the decision to rewire my brain, and now August 31st is associated with me being in the desert with my friends, with these happy moments. Literally that day is the day that the man burns, the Burning Man. They burn the effigy and then have a fireworks show and all this stuff. And it's so cathartic, and it's a beautiful experience. And right before that happened, my friends and I were dancing in the desert, like in fire dancing in the desert. And it's just amazing memories. So now when August 31st comes up, I hacked my brain, so now I can feel happy at that time of year. Ooh, look at this. The winds are changing. The wind just picked up around here. Praise God. It's the power of our minds and our spirit. Even though, like, what happened to me really did happen, and it's valid that I still feel pain and trauma and everything, it's like stored in my body and whatnot. I have worked so hard to release that trauma and release that pain and reprogram myself. And so this was like the final icing on the cake of reprogramming myself, and a celebration of how far I've come. And that really helped. Okay, enough with the heavy stuff. So that was a huge turning point in my life. And ever since then, I've been so dedicated to pursuing what makes me happy, what truly makes me happy, my inner child, my soul. So I started fire dancing, of course, since I was around it, and I was just so amazed. I had actually been wanting to do that for years. But when I was living with my ex, he never wanted to go out, really. He wanted to stay home and, binge watch shows. And he was a homebody, which is fine. But I became a homebody too, even though part of me was screaming, I want to go play. I want to go play. I want to go have adventures. I always wanted to stay home with him and spend time with him and not make him feel bad that I was going out. So I never went out to go fire dancing. And there was this one place where they had it every Friday. And I could have easily gone so many times, but I never did it. So like God had to take me away from him and separate us like by 4 hours, introduce me to brand new people and this amazing new journey, and reunite me with my soul tribe. Like, a lot of these people I feel like I've known forever. A few of them, and I know we have multiple lifetimes together. We remember each other from past lives, and so it's really fucking cool. Oh, so that's, yeah. I haven't been posting as much because I've been practicing fire dancing on top of my regular job. And I've been doing tarot readings in person now. I still would love to do them online. If you guys want a personal reading, email me or comment below and we will get in touch, because I definitely want to continue serving you guys like that. But doing it in person is giving me an extra way to make some extra cash, so that's always cool. And then, I've been hosting poetry night. Yeah, I've been reading my poetry. If you don't know, I actually wrote a book. It's a short, it's a combination of short stories and poetry to make one long, like, ADHD romance novel called Right Person, Wrong Time. Right Person, Wrong Time by Michelleelizabeth. And I'm writing a sequel to it. So I've been performing my poetry at different open mic nights for the past, give or take, 2 years now, to try and break me out of my shell and get comfortable speaking in front of people and performing and whatnot. And it's really, really helped. And on top of that, along the way, I've actually gained like a following, and I've been so blessed. Like, I have friends who own a kava bar, and I love kava bars, and they own an amazing one that I love going to. If you're ever in the Fort Lauderdale area, you gotta check out Tiki Tide Kava Lounge. It's on Griffin Road in Fort Lauderdale, kind of near Dania Beach. Oh, and there's a butterfly. Yay. But I've been so blessed to have amazing friends who own that kava place, and they let me have a poetry night. So once a month, on the first Monday of the month, I host an open mic poetry night. So I read my poetry and give other people the opportunity to read theirs, to get their feelings off their chest. The cool thing is I see people get inspired, and I love it, because inspiration is something that's so lacking in this world. We can get so stuck in our lives, and a whole lot of depression and anxiety just comes from not being inspired, not doing what our souls are really calling us to do, getting stuck in the 3D matrix. So if I can help people break out of that, even for one night a month, then hey, I'd love doing it. What else? So I've been doing that. Oh, and then this cool new thing I've been working on is I've been turning my poetry into music. So I've been working on some music, and I put out, it's called my artist name is called Miki the Goddess. It's Miki the Goddess. And it's a lot of most of it's really positive, like positive affirmations, and happy upbeat lyrics, but some of it is also kind of deep, and like I get emotional. Like, we are human beings, not like human nothings. I don't know. I forgot what the phrase is, but we were built to have emotion, and emotion is energy. And so many of us feel alone with our emotions, especially when we don't talk about them. We feel like we're the only person who's ever felt like this, or we feel like we have no one to talk to, or nobody understands what we're going through. So I wrote a few songs about some stuff that I was going through that maybe you guys can relate to. Actually, one of them is called Lonely in a Crowd. And I feel like the title itself is just, bam, it dropped the mic, Lonely in a Crowd. It's a feeling as so many of us have. You can be surrounded by so many people and yet feel alone. And the funny thing is, right now I'm sitting outside by a tree, and I am literally alone at the moment, but I don't feel alone because I'm talking to you all. I know this video is going to reach who it was intended to reach, and you are going to feel, you're going to feel like you're not alone. And I don't feel alone here because I've got the tree and the birds and the butterflies and the clouds, and it's awesome. Praise God. Anyway, so yeah, back to the music. So it's available now wherever you stream music, like Spotify, Pandora, Apple, like iTunes and whatnot, SoundCloud. Okay, so far as of when I'm recording this video, on most platforms, even YouTube Music. Actually, when you're finished watching this video, you could go ahead and check out my songs on YouTube Music if you want. Miki the Goddess. Right now I have 5 songs out on all platforms, and then on SoundCloud I have all 13 songs of my album. I put it out on SoundCloud first, and now I'm working to get everything a little more organized and polished up and put as an actual album. I'm not going to tell you the release date just yet. I'm working on it right now. It's probably going to be in the next month or two, but we shall see. I'm trying to let Spirit take the lead on that. So you can look out for that. And yeah, so that's what I've been up to. Fire dancing, making music, poetry night, tarot readings. What have you guys been up to? Oh, and of course, the never-ending spiritual work. Healing and growing and reflecting and journaling and alchemizing and releasing and exhausting. Today I'm trying to just relax. I had to get my car fixed this morning, and so once that was done, I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna take the rest of the day and chillax. I spent some time at the pool. Now I'm making this video, chit-chatting with y'all. Anyway, yeah, comment below and tell me what you guys have been up to. What new revelations or insights have you had on your spiritual journey? And any questions you have about the whole spiritual awakening process. I'm actually going to be I'm thinking of making a series of videos of not just tarot readings, but just spiritual awakening tips, things that are important to know along the spiritual journey. Let me know if you want to see that or what kind of things you want to see in it. Okay, anyway, this video is getting long enough. I love you all. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful, fantabulous day, my lovelies. Mwah. Namaste. Bye-bye.